Hello everybody, this is Dave Goodwin with Original Privateer. I hope you're doing good. I hope you woke up. It's Friday. I hope your spirit feels fueled. You're ready to go rock your cool out there. All right, let's just get to it right away here. Original Privateer, check out that logo right there. Right there. Risk taker, adventures, and free souls. That is what we're about. And we want you to be a risk taker. We're not about products and clothing. That's not what we're about. Although if you want to buy a t-shirt, go buy one. But we want you to feel good about the brand, what we stand for. That's what inspires us more than anything. That is what we're about, not the t-shirt. Okay? So let's get right to the nitty-gritty here. Why aren't we going out there and rocking our cool from the inside out? Whether it's racing, whether it's relationships, or whatever it is. A lot of times we lose sight of who we are and what we're about. And I'm not just focusing, when I'm talking about racing or riding, it could be anything from throwing that leg over that Harley Davidson that you haven't done for a while, for whatever reason. Maybe you lost yourself for a while, or just going out and riding for pleasure, going in the mountains, going camping, going riding. Why have you stopped doing something that you love so much? So this isn't all about racing as hard as you can race. It's about going out and continuing to do the things that once fueled your soul. So I want to make that clear. Because I don't race anymore, but I still love going and riding, and I still love taking some risk and pushing myself. But I'm not going to go out there and take an unnecessary or foolish risk, right? I'm not going to push the red zone like I was in my teens or 20s, or I'm just not going to do that. I know where I'm at. I know what I'm about. I know what I want to do, and I want to go out and have fun. I want to feel that fire in my veins. I want to feel that adrenaline pumping. I want to scare myself a little bit and realize I'm alive. But I'm not going to go out there and take a foolish risk. So let me stand corrected on that. So I hope you understand that. But for the pro rider that is capable of going out there and doing amazing things, what is stopping you from pushing it harder towards your goal? What is stopping us? For the person out there in the relationship, what is keeping us in this place of discontent, in this place of mediocrity? Where's the passion at? Where's the passion in writing? And let's talk a little bit about that. I've talked a lot about embracing your failures of the past, embracing your mistakes. How do we do that? We do it because the failures in our life are the best lessons in our life. That's how we learn. It doesn't make what we did right, and that we're not shameful of it, but we've accepted it in a way that frees us. Because if we can turn that failure into a gift and look at it differently, where it becomes fuel for us, we're taking it in our hands like holding a basketball, and we're looking at it, and we're acknowledging it. We know it was wrong, or we know it was right, whatever the case is, and we turn that around and we look at what gifts we can take from that. Okay? What did we learn from that? And hopefully we learned from it and we didn't give up. Hopefully we didn't quit trying, or we're still not making the same failures. Okay? The reason we're making the same failures over and over is because we haven't changed how we're doing things. The same thinking that got us into that trouble or created that failure is not going to get us out of that failure or reap different results, okay? If you're going out and only practicing once a week and you're not pushing yourself on your dirt bike or in your stock car or whatever it is you're doing, or if you're not working on your personal development for your relationships, you're gonna reap the same rewards. Okay, so it all comes down to how are we learning from our failures and what have we changed? Have we changed anything? Or are we still making those same failures over and over? Because the failures they are great wisdom for us, and we can fail over and over with different things, but how are we learning from them? And are we letting them be our fuel for us? Are we finding the gift in it that we got from that failure, the wisdom and the learning that we got from it? And that's where we embrace it, because of the gift and the wisdom we learned from it. We learned who we are. We learned about the courage we have, the strength that we have, that we're born with the spirit of power and a sound mind. Well, if you're born with the spirit and power if you're born with the spirit of power and of a sound mind, then why aren't we making choices and decisions based off of a sound mind? Okay? So that's how we take that failure and we use it as fuel for us after we embrace it and we take the gift away from it. Okay? If we're still making those failures, then we need to have some deep self-awareness. And I think deep self-awareness is the key to everything, is the key to all development, personal development or personal growth. If you have no self-awareness, you're never going to have personal growth, because you're not looking at that failure and going, okay, cause and effect. I did this happened. Okay? If I keep doing that, I'm going to have the same results. And if I expect different results, that's insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results is insane. Okay? We're not learning from our failures at that point. So I just want to make that clear. Now, one of the things that keeps us pinned down is fear. But we can operate in the presence of fear and doubt through our courage. Okay? We weren't born with fear. You know, when we were a kid, we could walk up to a hot oven and touch it because we didn't have fear. Fear is a learned behavior through our experiences in life. We learned about fear, and fear can actually infiltrate our life and actually control everything in our life, to whether it's our racing, our relationships. We could have went out and crashed. We could have went out and had injuries. We could have had failures in our relationships. We could have been hurt in our relationships. There's a lot of variables, and that fear will keep us from that passion. It'll keep us from embracing life and living life to the fullest. And we definitely won't want to take a risk, because that fear is going to show its ugly head. Okay? You weren't born to walk around in misery and mediocrity. Okay? You were born with greatness. But if you don't use that spirit of a sound mind and you don't have self-awareness, you're not going to apply the tools that you already have in you. You have a whole toolbox right here inside of you. It's a matter of using them and knowing who you are and what you're about. This is not about perfection. This is not about perfection at all. We all have strengths and weaknesses. We have to embrace that. And this is about becoming a better version of ourselves every day, and loving deeply, loving passionately, forgiving people, racing hard. If you're not racing, you're just riding, going out and finding enjoyment in it, freeing your mind. But you know where the real problem lies? And I don't remember where I read this or who the author is. It's not the fear of the future that holds us back. Think about a relationship. Think about how many times you've been hurt, maybe all your failures. Think about your hesitation and commitment. Think about your hesitation in believing in yourself. It's not the fear of the future that's screwing you over. It's the fear of repeating the cycles of the past. It's the fear of things happening in the past happening again. That's what's hurting you. It's the fear of the past repeating itself. That's what your demon is. That is what's holding you back from loving passionately. It's holding you back from commitment. It's not the fear of the future. It's a fear of the past repeating itself from all your hurts. It could have been from a young age. It could have been through your different relationships in life, boyfriends, girlfriend, husbands, wives, whatever. It's the fear of those things repeating itself is what keeps us from actually fully embracing and loving fearlessly. Because we're loving in fear, you know? And that fear is the past hurt or what happened to us repeating itself. But if we can get past that and live in the presence and go for it, take that risk, original privateer, risk taker, take that risk and live fearlessly and love fearlessly. You know what? Nobody knows who's going to give up on them. You know, nobody knows who's not going to be here tomorrow. You know, nobody knows who's going to get a terrible disease, cancer, whatever. Nobody knows who's going to get in a car wreck. But if we live our life with the what ifs, how are we ever going to live and embrace life passionately? For the writer out there, maybe you got hurt in the past, you broke your leg, whatever, you had some bad injuries. The what ifs will keep you from enjoying your life. It will stifle you. It will rob you of what you're meant to be. It'll rob you of that joy and excitement. And it'll just haunt you. It's about the past repeating itself. Those injuries of the past, how bad it hurt, how expensive the doctor bills were, all the trauma you went through. It's the fear of that shit repeating itself that's holding you back. It's not the fear of the future. It's that shit. That's why we need to let go of the past. The past is the past. Let's embrace it. It's a part of our story. But to let it control us, no way, man. No way. You know, Bobby and Jason Lee out there, I know you guys are getting ready to go on a motorcycle trip. I'm going to do a little plug for you. You guys go out there and rock it and love life. Thank you for serving our country in the military. Love you guys. Go out there and live life. Live. Tomorrow is never promised. Tomorrow is never guaranteed. Live now fearlessly. Go for it. I'm not saying be foolish, but go for it. You know, I talked to Tyler Libinati earlier this morning. Tyler and I were talking just about life, philosophizing. This is our chance. We have one life to live. Do it, and do it passionately. If you're in a marriage or a relationship, why wouldn't you want to love passionately? Why wouldn't you want to do it to the best of your ability? And the best of your ability means having personal awareness, self-awareness of yourself, and working on your personal development. And what I mean by that is, it's cause and effect. You can't go out and do dumb shit and expect to have good results. Okay? I'm talking about having some rational thinking, some logical thinking, some truth-based thinking, some self-awareness, asking yourself who you are. Why are you getting the results you are? But if you have that rationale, why wouldn't you want to do it passionately? Be the best version of yourself. Love people, forgive people, ride hard, race hard. So we hope these videos help. I appreciate you guys. Again, Original Privateer is about taking a risk, seeking adventure, having that free soul. But you're not going to have a free soul when you're living life out of fear and you're fearing the past repeating itself, which is keeping you from committing, whether it's riding the dirt bike, throwing your leg over a Harley, taking that trip, your relationship, whatever it is. That will stifle you until you face it and you confront it and you take that risk and you say, no more. No, I'm going to live my life now. Starting right now, I choose to live my life passionately and love people and find that enjoyment in life. You have to take that stand on your life. You have to. You can't pussyfoot around on this shit. You know, quit shitting on your life. Get out of your own crap. And embrace life and live. Your time is now. You know, it's like my t-shirt says, my dad's old 72 CZ from back in his day. Don't be a wiener. Don't be a wiener. Go for it. Live. You know, living in the opinion of others, letting that stuff bother you, that is all shit. Worrying about what everybody else is doing instead of taking control over your own life, no. No, you're shitting all over yourself when you're worried about every opinion, every judgment, everything that was said bad to you. You're literally shitting on your life. You have got to take control over and take authority over your emotions and over your life. Nobody else is going to do it for you. Original privateer, risk taker, we love you guys. We want you to ride hard. We want you to enjoy life. We want you to love passionately, have great relationships, love life, and just begin to do things different. Begin to think differently. Begin to focus on different things. Begin to believe in yourself. And have this, how you're going to believe in yourself is by having, if you have fear up here, all these different thoughts down here are supporting fear. I'm not good enough. I could get hurt. He left me. She left me. He hurt me. She hurt me. So why would I want to commit again? That's fear. Be fearless. Be fearless. I got hurt on my motorcycle. I don't want to jump anymore. I had bad luck the last time I rode my Harley down the highway. I'm not going to do it. That is supporting fear. Be fearless. So have the thoughts, I am good enough. I can do this. I was born with the spirit of power. I was born with a sound mind. I'm a risk taker. I can do this. I'm a badass. I'm good enough. I'm worthy enough. I'm beautiful. I'm unique. You see what I'm saying? Have some rational thinking, not irrational thinking. Have some logic mixed with truth and emotion, but the right emotions. I love you. Share these videos, tags, comments. We appreciate it. I love you guys, man. That's what moves me. Not dwelling in the common. Be uncommon. Take a risk. Change your life. Go for it. Start living right now. Thanks a lot.